Hey everybody, welcome to my Faye Cooking Show. Hope that you're well. Happy Easter Tuesday. You can see the Easter Bunny brought me historic experience swag. So there you go. That's what we've got going on in our house. I'm doing two things tonight, and really they both fall under the category of must go. You go into the fridge, you see what's there, what must go. So we've got a couple of onions, some mushrooms, one green bell pepper, a bunch of little baby bell peppers that we're about to give up the fight, and a ton of kale. So I'm gonna put my apron on so that I don't ruin my new shirt. Do you guys have traditional things that you have for Easter or Passover? What are your particular kind of family faves? We had a big ham, and we have shared some, but we also need to use some up. So it's Tuesday, and so one of the things that I usually do on Tuesdays, I usually make an egg bake. So I've got this pan already, which usually holds all my vegetables together, but tonight I'm just sauteing a bunch of vegetables, really the must go in my fridge. Half to go with a jar of opened tomato sauce that we'll eat with pasta tonight. And then I'm also doing an egg bake. I usually do an egg bake on Tuesday nights so that we have that for breakfast for the next 3 days. So tonight I'm also, and it all kind of depends on what's in the house. If I have meat, then it gets to go in the egg bake as well. And if I don't, then it's just all the veggies in the house. But tonight we have a lot of ham. So I'm gonna add ham to, not to the spaghetti. The spaghetti will just be veggies, and it's black bean pasta. This is one of our favorite pennies. So that's good. And I'm just gonna leave the ham in big chunks. And I'm gonna put that, actually I'll put that on top of the veggies when I get there. So I'm just gonna put out of the drawer, I'm just gonna put a ton of these veggies in the bottom of this pan. And if I have spinach, then I usually, take whatever I have in the fridge and put that down and let that be kind of the base. I always have a green on the bottom. If I'm sauteing the kale, then it gets to go in. If I've got roasted mushrooms or squash, a lot of times I caramelize onions over the weekend, so I'll put those in. Peppers are very often a part of the egg bake. But yeah, as many vegetables as we can get in the egg bake, we love to have in the egg bake. And then I will put the ham. So basically it's just a quiche, it's a crustless quiche. We try not to eat carbs on Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's kind of one of our things. So I just want to load up on veggies and a little extra ham. And then I've got the eggs all beat, salt and pepper, get those in there. And then I'm gonna have that baking while I've got dinner kind of sauteing, so that we just wake up in the morning, cut a slice out, and then put it in the microwave, and we are ready for breakfast. So that makes getting to Fridays pretty easy. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because I've taken so much out. It's getting a little saucy, and I don't really need these vegetables to cook anymore. I just need them to heat up. And now this is the good part. So I'm adding the sauce in. Most of the time I make my own sauce, but I usually have 1 jar of some kind of sauce in the cupboard just as a really fast possibility. And last week I had a little dough that didn't quite rise. I don't have any yeast that's alive in my house. So for Easter I made kind of a drop biscuit. I'm gonna add a little water. If I'd already cooked my pasta, I would use the pasta water, but I haven't cooked the pasta yet because the idea is that we won't eat for an hour. So I'm just gonna let the sauce and the veggies get good together. So I'm just using a basic Trader Joe's tomato sauce that I used last week with the dough that didn't really work. I made a pizza. So I just made that really fast. I sauteed some vegetables. I rolled out the dough, put it on a cookie tray, put the sauce on top, put a little cheese on top, and then I put onions and mushrooms that I just cooked really quickly in the pan, and then I crumbled goat cheese on top, and that was yummy. So if I'd had some arugula, I would have added it, but we don't have any arugula right now. So that is really full of veggies. That's gonna go on top of the black bean penne, which will take 10 minutes to cook up. But we're gonna have this really hearty vegetable, chunky vegetable sauce on top, and that's gonna be really, really yummy. Now I could have added the ham to some slices of ham to this too, but we like to have a couple of meals a week that are just veggies. So Tuesday it is. We're living on the edge. I think we'll probably have tacos on Saturday, so no need to Tuesday taco it up. We're doing pasta over here, and actually these are zucchinis that I'm gonna cut on a diagonal, and then I'm gonna bake with a little olive oil and salt and pepper, and that will go on top of the pasta as well. But if I put them in the sauce, they'll lose all form. They will just disintegrate into the sauce, and I don't want that. I want the zucchini to be kind of firm and cooked and yummy, but not mushy. So this is what the egg bake looks like. You can see the mushrooms popping up and the ham kind of sliding in. We're gonna put that in the oven, and I will post a picture of that when it's done. But that's going, so that means I don't have to feed us for the next 3 days in the morning. Don't even need to even think about cereal. It's all done. What are some of your favorite super easy, get rid of stuff out of the fridge, get things in a pot? Where do you hide vegetables? I'd love to know that, right? Are you a Mustgo soup maker, or do you do it like this as well? I hate to lose food or have it go down and go bad. So I just, as soon as they kind of begin to give up the fight, I kind of go in a sauce, in a soup. Here we go. I did make a split pea soup with the ham, and a ridiculous amount of split pea, onion, carrot, thyme, bay leaves in a pot, 6 hours. Gorgeous. But we've had a lot of ham, and there's ham in the soup, so I thought, nope, pure veggie tonight. So that's, here we are. And this is just gonna kind of cook lightly, bubble up, and then we'll be ready for dinner in about a half an hour. Okay, friends, thanks for coming to my fake cooking show, and thanks for coming and sitting in my kitchen. A couple of people have been making requests and saying what they have these things in their pantry and they'd love to see these cooked. I wonder what you have in your pantry. If you're looking for some recipes for something, I'd be willing to do that. I've had a couple requests for gravy, mashed potatoes and gravy. So I might do like chicken tenders, fried chicken tenders, or oven baked chicken tenders with potatoes and gravy. But obviously if we had a ham this week, that's not coming down the pike for at least another week or two. So let me know what you'd like to see me cook, and I hope that your dinner is yummy, and I wish you would come and sit in my kitchen. Love from New Jersey.